God says, "My child, before you scroll away or allow distraction to pull your focus, take a breath and become fully present, because the truth being revealed is not something meant to shock you, but something meant to awaken you." Urgency does not always mean danger. Sometimes urgency simply means alignment. It means you are at a point in your life where awareness is finally catching up to your potential. For a long time, you have sensed that something deeper was unfolding beneath the surface of your daily routine, something subtle yet powerful shaping your direction. That subtle shift is now ready to become clear. Archangel Michael speaks not to frighten you, but to steady you. The hidden truth is this: you have been underestimating your own growth. You have been measuring yourself by what you have not yet achieved instead of recognizing how far you have already come. You have focused on what feels delayed instead of acknowledging what has been developing quietly within you. Strength, patience, resilience, discipline, these qualities have been forming in you steadily, even during moments when you felt uncertain. Growth often feels invisible while it is happening. Only when you pause and reflect do you recognize the transformation. There are situations in your life that once would have overwhelmed you, yet now you handle them with greater calm. There were conversations you once avoided, yet now you approach them with maturity. There were goals that once seemed distant, yet now they feel within reach. This is not coincidence. It is progress. The truth being revealed is not about something outside of you, it is about the version of you that has been quietly emerging. And when you recognize that version fully, your confidence will shift in a powerful way. Pause here for a moment and truly absorb this. Think about the challenges you have faced in the last year. Think about the lessons you learned. Think about the discipline you developed, even when it felt uncomfortable. You are not the same person you were. That difference matters. That difference is the reason this message has found you at this precise time. Awareness is aligning with readiness. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that surprises in life are not always external events. Sometimes the surprise is discovering how capable you truly are. Sometimes the surprise is realizing that what once frightened you no longer controls you. Sometimes the surprise is seeing opportunities clearly because you have matured enough to recognize them. You are entering a phase where clarity replaces confusion. But clarity requires attention. That is why you are being asked to pay close attention now. The hidden truth is also connected to your decisions moving forward. You have been given insight for a reason. Insight is responsibility. When you see clearly, you must choose deliberately. Do not return to habits that weaken your progress. Do not minimize your discipline. Do not shrink your ambition to match someone else's comfort. You are meant to operate at a higher level of awareness now. That requires focus. It requires consistency. It requires belief in your own development. Take this moment seriously, not with fear, but with intention. Ask yourself what area of your life requires deeper attention right now. Is it your mindset? Your routines? Your goals? Your relationships? Choose one area and commit to strengthening it. Small intentional improvements compound over time. That is how transformation becomes visible. The urgency of this message is not about losing something. It is about not missing your own evolution. God says, "My child, do not overlook the progress that has shaped you. Do not scroll past the realization that you are more prepared than you think. Do not dismiss the truth that your potential has been waiting for you to recognize it fully. This is your moment to step into that recognition. When you do, your actions will align differently. Your confidence will expand quietly. Your decisions will carry weight." If this message speaks directly to your heart, comment, "I see my growth clearly," below. Like this video if you are ready to embrace the truth of your progress, and subscribe if you are committed to moving forward with focus, maturity, and a deeper awareness of the powerful transformation already unfolding within you. God says, "My child, now that you have allowed yourself to pause and truly listen, the deeper layer of this message begins to unfold, because the hidden truth is not just about recognizing your growth, it is about recognizing your responsibility toward that growth." Awareness without alignment creates frustration, but awareness followed by intentional action creates transformation. You have reached a stage in your life where you can no longer pretend you do not see what needs to change. You can no longer claim confusion about your potential. The truth is becoming clear, and clarity demands movement. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that one of the greatest surprises in life is realizing that your limitations were often mental, not external. For years you may have believed that circumstances, timing, or other people were holding you back, yet now you are beginning to see that your mindset was the true gatekeeper. When your mindset expands, possibilities expand. When your thinking becomes disciplined, your results become structured. The hidden truth is that you are more in control of your direction than you once believed. That realization may feel surprising, even overwhelming, but it is empowering. Think about the patterns you have repeated in the past. Procrastination disguised as preparation. Doubt disguised as caution. Comfort disguised as stability. These patterns once felt normal, but now they feel limiting. That discomfort is growth. Growth disrupts comfort because comfort rarely produces evolution. The urgency in this message is not about fear, it is about timing. You are ready now. Ready to stop postponing important decisions. Ready to stop waiting for perfect conditions. Ready to stop underestimating your capacity. Pause again and reflect on the choices you have been delaying. Is there a goal you keep thinking about but have not committed to fully? Is there a habit you know weakens your progress but you continue repeating? Is there a conversation you know you need to have but keep avoiding? The hidden truth may be that you already know the next step, but you have been hesitating to take it. Hesitation often comes from fear of failure, but failure is rarely permanent. Inaction, however, can delay progress indefinitely. Archangel Michael reminds you that progress requires courage, but courage grows through small decisive actions, not through dramatic leaps. You do not need to transform your entire life overnight. You need to choose one action today that aligns with the person you are becoming. When you act in alignment, confidence increases naturally. Confidence built through action is stronger than confidence built through motivation alone. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. The surprise in this message is also connected to your resilience. You have survived challenges that once seemed impossible. You have adapted to changes that once felt overwhelming. You have learned lessons that reshaped your thinking. Yet you rarely give yourself credit for these victories. Instead, you focus on what is still missing. The hidden truth is that you are not behind. You are evolving at a pace that is shaping you sustainably. Sustainable growth is stronger than rapid success without foundation. God says, "My child, do not miss this moment by minimizing its importance." Moments of clarity do not appear randomly. They arrive when you are capable of understanding them. You are capable now. Capable of thinking long-term instead of short-term. Capable of choosing discipline over distraction. Capable of building consistency where there was once inconsistency. Capable of stepping into leadership over your own life. As you move forward from this message, anchor the truth with action. Write down one commitment that reflects your next level. Create a simple structure that supports it. Remove one distraction that interferes with it. Small structured improvements build unstoppable momentum. Momentum builds belief. Belief strengthens execution. Execution creates results. Do not scroll past your own awakening. Do not ignore the realization that you are ready for more. You are not waiting for opportunity, you are preparing to recognize and handle it. That is the shift. That is the hidden truth being revealed. You are prepared in ways you did not fully see before. God says, "My child, as you continue to listen with focus and intention, the final layer of this hidden truth begins to settle into your heart, and it is this. You are not at the beginning of your transformation, you are in the middle of it." Many people wait for a dramatic sign to confirm that their life is changing, but real change is often quiet. It happens in your thoughts before it appears in your results. It begins in your discipline before it shows in your achievements. It grows in your mindset before it manifests in your circumstances. The surprise is not that something new is coming. The surprise is that something new has already begun within you. Archangel Michael wants you to recognize that your awareness has sharpened. You notice distractions more clearly. You recognize excuses faster. You feel uncomfortable staying stagnant. These are not random feelings, they are indicators of elevation. When your standards rise, your tolerance for inconsistency decreases. That discomfort you feel is not frustration, it is expansion. Expansion stretches you beyond your old limits. Old habits no longer satisfy you because you are preparing for a higher level of operation. Pause and reflect honestly on who you were a year ago. Your reactions were different. Your priorities were different. Your confidence was different. Growth is measurable when you look back with clarity. Yet instead of celebrating progress, you often focus on unfinished goals. The hidden truth is that unfinished goals do not mean failure, they mean continuation. You are still building. You are still refining. You are still learning. The urgency of this moment is about embracing that process without shrinking back into old comfort zones. God says, "My child, there is also a deeper truth that may surprise you. You are stronger than your doubts." Doubt may still whisper, but it no longer controls your decisions the way it once did. You move forward even when you feel uncertain. That is maturity. That is resilience. That is leadership developing quietly inside you. Leadership begins with self-leadership. It begins with choosing discipline when no one is watching. It begins with honoring commitments you make to yourself. It begins with consistency that does not rely on applause. Archangel Michael reminds you that clarity must be protected. Moments like this, where your perspective shifts and your awareness expands, are powerful but fragile if ignored. If you allow distraction to pull you away without anchoring this realization, the insight may fade. Anchor it with action. Choose one commitment today that reflects your elevated mindset. Strengthen one habit that aligns with your next level. Remove one distraction that weakens your focus. Small decisive actions reinforce internal change. There is also something important about timing. You often wonder if you are too late or too early, but the truth is that you are exactly where you need to be to understand this message. Timing aligns with readiness. You would not have recognized this truth earlier because you were. Breakthrough. Readiness transforms opportunity into progress. God says, "My child, do not minimize this realization." You are evolving into someone who thinks long-term instead of short-term, who values structure instead of chaos, who chooses growth instead of comfort. That shift will influence every area of your life. Your relationships will strengthen because your communication is clearer. Your goals will progress because your discipline is stronger. Your confidence will expand because your actions are consistent. This is how transformation unfolds, quietly but powerfully. Do not miss this moment by returning to hesitation. Do not downplay your growth. Do not retreat into old patterns simply because they feel familiar. Familiar does not always mean aligned. Alignment requires courage. Courage requires decision. Decision creates direction. Direction builds destiny. As this message concludes, take a deep breath and truly accept the hidden truth: you are prepared for the next level of your life. Not because circumstances are perfect, but because your mindset has matured. That maturity is the foundation of everything that follows. Protect it. Strengthen it. Live from it. God says, "My child, as this message reaches its final depth, understand that the urgency you felt at the beginning was never about fear, it was about focus." Urgency is the signal that your attention must sharpen because a defining shift is happening within you. The hidden truth is not a secret about someone else. It is a revelation about you. It is the realization that you have outgrown. Not prepared to absorb it fully. Now you are prepared. That readiness is the real your old limitations, yet you have not fully stepped into your expanded identity. That space between growth and ownership is where hesitation tries to return. This moment exists to close that gap. Archangel Michael wants you to see clearly that you are no longer the person who once doubted every step. You have gathered experience. You have built emotional strength. You have endured situations that refined your patience. You have learned lessons that strengthened your discernment. Yet sometimes you still operate as if you are the earlier version of yourself. The surprise is not that you have potential. The surprise is that you have already developed much of what you thought you lacked. Confidence does not arrive suddenly, it grows through repetition of courageous decisions. And you have been making those decisions quietly for longer than you realize. There is a powerful shift happening in how you view challenges. Previously, obstacles felt like confirmation of limitation. Now they feel like tests of growth. That change in interpretation transforms your response. Instead of retreating, you analyze. Instead of panicking, you prepare. Instead of quitting, you adjust. This evolution is subtle but powerful. It is evidence that your mindset has matured. When mindset matures, outcomes begin to align differently. God says, "My child, do not let old self-perception sabotage your new awareness." The mind sometimes clings to outdated identities because they feel familiar. But familiarity does not equal truth. The truth is that you are capable of leading your own life with clarity and structure. You are capable of building consistent habits that support your ambitions. You are capable of maintaining focus even when distractions attempt to pull you backward. You are not waiting for transformation. You are living inside it. Take a moment to reflect on the decisions you have made recently that reflect strength. Perhaps you chose discipline when comfort was easier. Perhaps you maintained composure during conflict. Perhaps you invested time into improvement instead of wasting it. These are not small actions. They are indicators of elevation. Elevation does not always announce itself loudly. It shows itself in patterns of behavior. Your patterns are shifting. Archangel Michael reminds you that with growth comes responsibility. Awareness increases expectation. Now that you see clearly, you cannot unknow what needs to be strengthened. That is not pressure. It is empowerment. You now have the clarity to make deliberate choices. Use it wisely. Structure your time intentionally. Protect your energy carefully. Align your daily actions with your long-term goals. Consistency builds credibility with yourself. Self-credibility builds unshakable confidence. The hidden truth also includes this realization: you are ready for greater opportunity, but readiness must be matched with preparation. Continue refining your skills. Continue improving your discipline. Continue strengthening your focus. Opportunity often appears quietly and tests whether you are prepared. Preparation turns opportunity into progress. Without preparation, opportunity passes unnoticed. You are no longer unaware. You are attentive. God says, "My child," as this message concludes, anchor it in action. Do not let inspiration fade into routine. Distraction. Choose one defining improvement today. It may be waking earlier. It may be planning more clearly. It may be eliminating one habit that weakens your focus. Small intentional improvements create powerful momentum. Momentum transforms potential into reality. Do not miss this moment by minimizing it. Moments of clarity are rare and valuable. Protect this clarity. Live from this clarity. Let it influence your choices from today forward. The surprise is not what is coming. The surprise is who you have become. If this final continuation resonates deeply within you, comment, "I step fully into my growth," below. Like this video if you are committed to consistent discipline and elevated thinking, and subscribe if you are ready to move forward with maturity, awareness, and the confidence that your transformation is already unfolding.